YWCA offers a way to create positive change, and there's so many different aspects of how we can get involved.
It provides programs that impact, influence, and support our local community.
Barriers need to be removed systematically, and I think that's what YWCA does.
If we want to fight for a cause, we have to do this together.
I think the YWCA it needs to be here. We would be less human without this type of organization.
For the YWCA, our young women voices are more important than ever right now. We have had to be there to make sure that we're providing them the platform, and for them to be able to bring the issues that are most important to them to the space where that change can happen at the legislature.
My Advocacy in Action Club, it is a club that I started for students to advocate for different things that they're passionate about. And the biggest goal is to create that kind of united front of getting more students to work together and collaborate. We worked with the school administration to get a Title IX assembly in, and we were presenting alongside the Title IX coordinator about Title IX to the students.
They took action and they mobilized other young voices and were able to get other organizations like the YWCA involved to actually make real change. Anyone who's worried about our future when it comes to our young people, what I'm seeing is something just incredible with young female leaders. So the programming that we're doing, while it is addressing the immediate needs of today, it is also very planted and grounded in what we're doing to make sure that the future is better. So what was our Latina Achievement Success Program, we've realized we really needed to expand that so it was more fully inclusive of all of the diversity and intersecting points that our young women are experiencing.
So Young Women Plus Achievement is an advocacy program. It works to bridge the opportunities when it comes to academic and personal goals. In our high school programs, we have advocates that go in and see what the needs are in specific schools. And in those schools, we set up workshops from everything from financial aid workshops to resume building, career building, interview workshops. We have mental health workshops. We do college tours as well and tours of trade schools. A lot of our students don't have anyone who has navigated the college system before or the financial aid system, so learning how to do all these things on your own is really difficult, and that's where we come in and our partners come in to help.
Because of the mission that we do, eliminating racism and empowering women and girls, we are looking at our work through that lens. And that provides so many more opportunities and such a community for our families and children and teachers and employees who are a part of this space.
In 2023, we had our 10th anniversary of Reading to End Racism being a YWCA program, and we were able to hear from some of the founders about why Reading to End Racism was established. And it was because a lot of their children were experiencing racism and bullying in schools.
Even though people don't think of it as putting racism in the rearview mirror, by doing this kind of reading and reflecting and seeing where we came from, it kind of helps us set the trajectory for where we want to go. When we talk about it, it empowers us to enter into a place of choice, to decide, like, do I want to be that way? Do I want to show up that way? How do I want to treat people? How do I want to be treated?
The other part of our racial justice program is recognizing one of the spaces that's tied to both gender and racial equity. And that is really about the careers and opportunities of the future.
YWCA's STEMI 3 program is a program that offers workshops with community partners where our students, primarily young women of color, can come in and learn about different fields in STEM. We see women on our panels explain their passions and how they turn that into a STEM career. And I think it's really important for girls to see that it's not a linear career path that you have to follow.
And that was really cool, like getting to meet other girls from like different places. Basically, your entire group is trying to figure out like a product line that you can like sell to like the judges. My design got picked, and like maybe I could like design this later in life.
Her coming home from Google was so incredible, just like light in her eyes. She just had this like more expansive view of how she could use some of her talents and things that she's naturally drawn to.
And you can see not only the evolution with the girls who are part of the program, but also the mentors. whether it's our college students that are helping to build the programming, to top executives at Google or Medtronic who are in this space sharing that experience.
Our programs plant the seeds at a young age for students to be able to follow their dreams.
Well, Persimmon Early Learning is just such a symbol of planting seeds for the future, and it is about investing in early childhood education.
Persimmon offers affordable quality care to a lot of families. We partner with Child Care Assistance Program. We also have low teacher to child ratios, which is really important. I also think that Persimmon does a really good job of fostering a sense of community and inclusivity.
Well, I used to work across the street at First Congregational Church, so sometimes I would put my daughter in Persimmon, and I really was happy about that because a lot of times my child or my children are the few people of color in their spaces. There's not a lot, and I never thought about that here. I knew that at a minimum, our child was gonna see the world as it is, which is diverse, and see people from all kinds of backgrounds. And then y'all had healthy snacks, so we didn't have to think twice about that.
The wellness program integrates health promotion and physical activity through interactive play and nutrition lessons. Persimmon makes it a little bit easier for families by ensuring that their child is getting adequate physical activity and nutrition on a daily basis.
I think the thing with advocacy that I've seen in the past few years is I'm seeing our movement acknowledge and recognize how interconnected we are. If one person does not have a certain set of rights, it impacts all of us. And some of us have very different ideas around our values, but there are certain things that we can definitely agree upon.
One of the main things that we can do is to show up and support the organizations and the people who are already doing the work, like the YWCA.
The YWCA provides programs right now, time is now, that make a difference, that are uplifting, supportive, encouraging.
There's a lot of joy to be had in volunteering at the YWCA, and it's about figuring out what are you most joyful and passionate and what do you care most about and how do you connect with that.
All of us have something to bring to this community. We all have knowledge, we have lived experience, we have resources, we have talents that can make an impact today. We are here collectively tonight because we believe in something bigger than ourselves. We believe in a future where everybody feels like they belong, and not only feels like they belong, they do belong. And that everybody is appreciated and valued and has the same rights and respect. When all of us do that part, that collective impact that we have is what has fueled the YWCA for decades and what will continue to fuel us for decades in the future.